Hello, we're from Group 7 and we'll be presenting our group presentation for Philosophy and Current Issues, MPU3193.
Hi, my name is Zhi Yan. Now I will talk about metaphysics. The global entertainment industry normalized materialism, consumerism, and access through movies, TV shows, and music. This shows that this is the right and natural way to live and anything else is wrong. The internet is getting more and more developed and social media is gradually making people more and more materialistic. One of the reasons is influenced by influencers. To promote their products, merchants now invite influencers on social media to encourage and promote their products. They will associate products and influencer characteristics in different ways to sell together. In this way, their fans will have an interactive feeling when purchasing their idol products. Although such a move will directly make the products of the merchants easier to sell, but people will ignore the value and quality of the products and only care about what products their idols endorse. In addition, there is a mindset that drives reverse thinking and banner ads to entice customers to buy a particular product. For example, in a razor ad, although one of their purpose is to show that their razor are safe, in the razor ad, a photo shows a baby using the razor to clean his bird. But this opposite mentality can be unethical and not conductive to attracting customers and promoting products. Next.
Hi, my name is Steve, and more and more kids and teenagers are being exposed to violent media. So there's many negative role models are heavily emphasized in some television program. This might increase one mistrust of other individuals. Even cartoon series and crime dramas have evolved into the latest replicable models of TV violence, and children may relate them to appreciate them and aspire to act in a similar ways. If a child already has a penchant for violence, watching violence simply make it worse. Government ought to enact some censorship for this kind of reporting and seek this assistance of psychologists in this area. Government must ensure that media companies consider social responsibility in order to money and when making decisions. Next.
My name is Sophia and I'll be presenting about postmodernist relativism. This is a theory that rejects modernity or modernism as well as the objective truth. They believe that truth can be seen from various angles and that science is not the answer to all. The implications of this in modern day times is the anti-vax movement. They can be seen with their rejection of authority and tradition, as well as they can see that they have a declining trust in their political leaders as well as scientific experts, which may be rooted in a belief that there is no scientific or historical truth.
Hi, I'm Xiao. The third is the understanding opposition to vaccine. Some anti-vaxxers who claim vaccine will cause illness and effective, and they believe that better sanitation and hygiene will make the diseases disappear, but not the vaccine. And they also experience immune symptoms when they get sick, adult that took the vaccine before. And the last is the my body, my choice hypothesis. It is a conservative logic that has weaponized equality to establish a false equivalency, and it is a big difference between deciding to get an abortion and deciding not to get vaccinated against COVID-19. And they refuse to take the vaccine will spread the virus to others and affect the public health. Next.
Hello, my name is Ahmed Javed and I'll be talking about decolonization. There is a constant effort by the Western civilization to push concepts like Eurocentrism, liberalism, rationalism, etc. into the minds of people across the globe. Most believers of these colonial ideologies like rationalism, liberalism, etc. pretend to take a neutral stance, but deep down their biasness is very apparent. These ideologies also tend to ignore the local beliefs and customs of people and are heavily Eurocentric. Eurocentrism actively promotes cultural imperialism, inferiority complex, and adversely affects other aspects of society. Among the populations of formerly colonized countries, it also gives birth to racism and altered versions of history. Talking of anthropocentrism, the idea that humanity is superior to all species on Earth, but all other beings can be exploited for human growth, sounds very barbaric. Next.
Hello, my name is Melvin. Now I'm talking about what is the decolonization. Decolonization is about cultures, philosophy, and economy for indigenous sovereignty. Is a process involving struggles between colonized nations for self-government, independence, self-governance, sovereignty, and cultural dominance. Decolonization was a process that took years to achieve due to the strong influence of European power on global affairs. As a part of the decolonization of Malaysia, especially from a philosophical on the effects of colonizations, is that this aspect of knowledge is because epistemology is colonized by post-colonial countries such as Malaysia. Next.
I'm Terence. I'm going to talk about the cultural globalization. Cultural globalization pose threats to the Malaysian local values. What is cultural globalization? It's basically Western culture dominating our life nowadays. The philosophy of Western cultures are humanism, egalitarianism, and secularism, meaning that Western culture emphasizes a lot about ourselves, and they don't believe in gods or the divines. Yeah. So arising from this, there's a lot of Hinduism, like say, for example, just enjoy life as ease and enjoy the materialistic of things. As our Malaysia is made up of multi-races, and our main ideology of the country, which is Rukun Negara, sets out Islam as the national religion and freedom, and also we emphasize the freedom to practice other religions. This is a good way to counter the globalization of the Western culture and hence the cultural globalization. Next slide, we will talk about Islam. There are 5 pillars to the beliefs of Islam, which is the profession of faith, prayers, alms, fasting, and pilgrimage. Islam emphasizes a lot of complete submission to Allah as compared to the Western civilization. That is, we humans take charge of our own destiny. In Islam teaching, we have to be gratitude to everything that Allah has provided for. In Malaysia, Sharia law is to enforce the teachings of Quran for Muslims, and hence it kind of like defends the Muslim from the attack of, I use the word attack, of Western cultures. As for the non-Muslim, we are kind of influenced through the ways of Muslim life. The perfect example will be some non-Muslims are adhering to the fasting month, i.e. Ramadan as well.
Next is topic 4 for human concept. And that is Tay Kai Yii. I talk about the Buddhist in Malaysia. Is described as path to Buddhist higher goal. If people observe, think, talk, art, and live according to Buddhist, they can obtain nirvana. Buddhist teaches that all things are caused by cause and condition and will be released when they end. Malaysia Buddhist has certain and influenced Buddhist teaching. Western culture and Buddhist belief class allowing Buddhists to reject globalization. Next.
Hi, my name is Jia Sin. I want talking about Christianity in Malaysia. The first one is Old Testament, 10 Commandment. The second one is New Testament. God is love. Each of us is created in the likeness of God. Each person is loved, need to love and deserve love. Next. And the last one is Hinduism in Malaysia. The first one is human born to this world is to suffer. Samsara, the circle of life, death and rebirth without beginning and end. The last one is the way of work, the way of knowledge, and the way of devotion are the 3 parts to salvation. Thank you.